This week on Engage the Sage.
Hi everyone, I'm Don Saucier. Welcome to this week's episode of Engage the Sage. This week, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between chaos and drama. It is no secret when you have a job like mine as a professor that all the various domains and opportunities we have, the teaching, the research, the service, the administration, all of that creates lots of opportunities for chaos to occur. I actually, though, like chaos. I don't see chaos as a bad thing. I see chaos as an opportunity for me to be doing all the things all the time, which is actually my research lab motto. Chaos for me brings vibrancy. Chaos for me brings spontaneity. It brings freshness to the job every day. I don't understand how people can be bored at their jobs because mine has so much chaos and I am never bored. Drama is something different. Drama is something that I'm going to minimize because I do not enjoy drama. Unfortunately, over the course of a semester, you're definitely going to have a lot of chaos and you're probably going to have some drama. So while it's going to occur, I'm going to spend some time today talking about how to prevent drama, but then how to deal with it when it happens. My first point is, to the extent that we can, we should proactively prevent drama. The first part of doing this, as I've sort of alluded to in my intro here, is that we've got to understand the difference between chaos and drama. Chaos is complexity. Chaos is a lot of tasks. Chaos is a lot of students. Chaos is a lot of classes. Chaos is a lot of projects. I love chaos. It gives me a lot of awesome things to do. Drama, I don't love. Drama is when things get bogged down with emotional heaviness. Here's now a crisis that I'm having to deal with. Here now is a student issue that I'm having to resolve. Here now is some conflict that I'm having to get involved in. The difference that I see between chaos and drama is chaos is invigorating. Chaos means that I am excited to be doing what I'm doing, and I have all of those opportunities to spend my energy in lots of different wonderful ways. Drama is emotionally investing. It is something that is very heavy for me. It wears on me. Instead of invigorating me, it's going to wear me out. It's going to fatigue me. So I don't like drama, and I don't like the emotional strain that it brings. So I'm going to do what I can to prevent it. What I'm going to try to do, to the extent that I can, is I'm going to set up my classes, I'm going to set up my collaborations, I'm going to set up the structure of my research lab, I'm going to set up the way that I mentor in ways that is going to hopefully minimize the extent to which drama pops up. I'm going to use, and I've talked about this a lot before, empathetic course design in the structure of all of those things. I'm going to try to be empathetic in the way that I lay things out. I'm going to try to think about the personal and professional challenges that I'm facing, that my collaborators, my students, that everyone is facing, to try to make things less stressful, to try to keep that anxiety, that frustration, and the inherent drama down. One of the ways that I'm going to try to proactively reduce drama is I'm going to be as clear as I can be in my expectations and my guidelines and all the things. By being clear in those ways, what I'm hoping is that I'm going to keep the level of disagreement and the level of drama and conflict down. I'm going to prevent the arguments and the crises before they happen. In another way that I'm going to try to prevent drama is I'm going to try to bring peace to everything. I'm going to try to bring that preparation, that expertise, that authenticity, that caring, that engagement to everything to try to keep that drama down. Now, second, I'm going to try to mitigate the drama when it does pop up. When drama starts to emerge, I'm going to fall back on those same efforts that I used to prevent it in the first place. I'm going to activate and accentuate the empathetic course design in my policies and my course structure and my mentoring and in all the other ways that I infuse empathy in the things that I do. I am going to further adhere to bringing the 4 C's to all of the things I do, being clear, complete, concise, and compelling, to help people, including myself, understand what is actually happening around the thing that we have drama about, be it a class assignment, a research project, whatever it happens to be. We're going to come back to those 4 C's to provide us some structure. I'm going to further infuse and re-accentuate peace. I'm going to make myself available to my students. I'm going to listen when they talk and when they share their perspectives on whatever it is that's creating the drama. And I'm going to try to find out what is causing the drama in the first place. When I find those things out, I'm going to try really hard to make my default response supportive and thinking how it is that I can support us through this drama to come out well. Now, if I wasn't able to kind of mitigate and reduce that drama in the ways that I've talked about. Now I might have to deal with it a little bit more directly. And this is the third thing I'm going to talk about. One of the things I wish were true of drama, but it isn't, is it doesn't just go away. I know sometimes people think, well, if I just wait a couple weeks or wait a couple days or wait for the semester to end, this problem will just disappear. That has not been my experience. So this is something that I'm going to try to deal with now that it has arisen. Right now, I'm kind of in the mid-semester. Mid-semester, kind of getting close to that grumpy time that I've talked about before. We're all a little tired. We're all a little strained. We have a lot of things going on. There's not that much time left in the semester. Grades are starting to become a little bit more of an issue for students. They're starting to see that semester come into a conclusion. We're having bigger assignments sort of come up. So there's more opportunity for drama at this point than there has been up till now. When the conflict, the drama, the crisis is starting to come out, I'm going to recommend, to the extent that we can, we're going to be measured in how we deal with it. Drama happens for me. I find it is very easy to get emotional. I find it's very easy to get kind of drained into that or have the impulsive emotional reaction. I'm going to try to sit back and pause for a second and figure out what the situation actually is rather than what my emotional reaction to the situation is. In essence, what I'm doing is that I'm employing emotion-focused coping, kind of dealing with the emotions I have in that situation, and then problem-focused coping, where I actually try to figure out how to deal with this situation and solve it. While I'm in this pause period, I'm going to collect some information. So I might talk to that student, I might talk to the colleague if the crisis is happening with a colleague. I might get some insight from a colleague in my Office of Student Life. I might talk to my department head. I might talk to other colleagues who have dealt with similar situations in the past. But I'm going to collect information about the problem, but also about ways that I can resolve it. I'm then going to think through how I think, after collecting that information, how I should most appropriately respond. So it might not be the fastest response, but this measured response is probably going to be better in the long term at resolving the thing that caused the drama in the first place. And after we've kind of had this discussion about whatever the drama is, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to think about what the resolution is. And I'm always going to follow up with an email to that student or that colleague saying, this is my understanding of where we are now. And what that does provides me a nice record of that conversation, and it lets the student know what my perspective is after that conversation. Because if the student or the colleague is also emotionally invested, they might not be listening and able to process as well in the moment. That email follow-up gives us a little bit more opportunity to reflect on what happened. The fourth point I need to make, and I started to allude to this point earlier, is in the situation where drama is going to happen, I'm going to focus on trying to handle and regulate my own emotions. I know that heightened emotions is not a good thing when it comes to making good decisions. One of the human truths that I teach in my class is the more you feel, the less you think. So I'm going to try really hard, knowing I have a tendency to potentially let those emotions kind of guide my actions more than they should. I'm going to try to proactively manage those emotions and keep them down a little bit and get to that more measured decision instead. Now, I find that this takes practice, and this is something I've tried to practice on for a really long time, and this is going to lead me to my fifth point, that we should learn from drama. In my experience, drama is not very fun. It is not fulfilling, it is not enjoyable, but it is often temporary and often resolvable. When I have gotten past the drama, one of the things I try to really reflect on is what could I have done to prevent it next time? And what could I have done to manage it better while it was happening? And I found that I make a lot of mistakes, but I try not to make the same mistakes again and again. One of the things that I have learned is that while drama sucks, it sucks for everyone. So finding someone that you can vent to, significant other, colleague, whatever, don't do it over social media, but finding someplace where you can vent privately is not a bad thing. Finding someone who is willing to kind of listen without judgment, share their perspective if you would like them to, that is a really good thing for letting you know that, yes, the fact that this riled you up, the fact that this was exhausting is not on you. That is something that is inherent to drama. But kind of thinking about what you can take away for that next dramatic situation is super helpful. If I mess up, I'm going to try really hard to own that mistake. I'm going to try really hard not to repeat that mistake. When we deal with the drama, we can get back to the chaos, and that's where the excitement and the inspiration is. In the comments below, I would love to hear any comments that you have about how we can embrace chaos and prevent and deal with drama. Thank you for watching this episode of Engage the Sage. Please like, subscribe, sign up for notifications, share us on social media, and we'll see you next time on Engage the Sage.